Hey everyone, welcome back to Disney Sorcerer Arena. So, this is not an account that you've seen a lot of. This is the big one. This is the big one. I don't often talk about this on BlueStacks. This is the one that I play on my phone on. I don't update this one on BlueStacks a whole lot. For whatever reason or not. But I did want to show you something. So you can just see what I'm doing here. You can see I know it's super impressive. I only got 2 tier 9s, but at least I've got 2 tier 9s. So I'm happy with that. And you can see that I'm in position to upgrade a number of other characters. You can see my girls, my Merida, and my Rep, and my Mo, and my T. And down here's my B. I run with B and not somebody else, but that's me. But what I wanted to talk about is I want to talk about somebody that I'm in the midst of maybe bringing up. And it's not somebody, I don't know that I've talked a lot about her recently. But here she is. I'm just going to say that up until about a month ago, I had not seen Toy Story 4, right? And so I was like, why in the Sam Hack is Bo Peep an adventure? And I didn't understand it because I hadn't seen Toy Story 4. But here she is, Bo Peep. Now you might be wondering, why are you considering bringing Bo Peep up to tier 8? Couple of reasons. One, as we talked about before, because they're going to expand they've already said they're going to expand the Club Exploration. And so I figured having Bo at tier 8 to be able to punch up to do some higher content might not be a bad idea. Additionally, I need her for the Toy Story portion of the Ascension campaign. Now, I don't know how many of you have completed the Ascension campaign, but the Ascension campaign's been out for at least a year, close to a year at this point. I've barely been able to scratch the surface of the second part of the Ascension. And why is that? Because my Toy Story team is lacking. Because why are you going to bring up Toy Story? And that's where I've been. Now, I do want to show you something real quick. Speaking of Toy Story, just so we can cover our bases. And then we'll talk about why I'm not probably going to upgrade T today. Because we go over here to the Toy Story, you can see where all my Toy Story characters are, all 8 of them. You know, we got Chunk and Zurg are our big winners. Chunk, I've talked about how good he is in the raid, how good he can be in the raid, how much you need him. So that's why I have him. I have Zurg with the speed piece just to help me get a little more damage out faster. Because he does have the attack stone on. Big Baby's whatever. He's already tier 8. Just because I decided to bring Big Baby up, so he's already tier 8. Then we got Bo and Buzz here. Who we talked about. Buzz is going to be brought up because you need him for the Interstellar crew eventually. And then at some point, I gotta believe that they're gonna give us more of a reason to bring up Woody, Lotso, and hopefully we get a rework of Jessie to just make her actually useful. But the reason I want to bring them up because I want to be able to easily walk through that Ascension campaign. Now the reason I'm not, because I could put pieces here, I could put pieces here, I could put piece here, but the reason I'm not is because I'm holding on. And I don't know if you can hear my children that should be sleeping, but they're not. And I do apologize if you can hear them. But that's because I'm holding my breath. Because of who we've talked about. We may or may not get news on today. And that is, what they talk about in the road ahead, of course. with Alice, because they did put that firework thing in last week's patch notes where it was like, so I'm like, twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you're at. Up above the world you fly, like a T-Tway in the sky. Guys, I've not seen that movie in quite some time, but it's one of my favorites. Just because I grew up with it. I grew up with that and Peter Pan and Robin Hood, and that's the reason I have a special place in my heart, as I'm sure a lot of you do, for some other movies that aren't necessarily Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, or Robin Hood. And that's fine. Totally fine. But that's where I'm going. And so, since I'm talking about the account, why not take you through it, so you can see what I'm doing. Like I talked about, we were doing this Eve thing, and then I was like frustrated with the Eve thing, so we switched to, so we're in the midst of switching to the Genie team. And so we got Genie at tier 9, he's ready to rock and roll. Got some ancillary pieces that I'm still working on. That's why we're not ready to fully rock and roll with it. But while I'm doing all this, I have Merida here, I have Rapunzel here, I have Mo, I have T, that I'm not moving, so I can't bring them up to tier 9 just because we're getting better in our heroic runs. We can do heroic in just over a day. I know that seems like forever, but it's because we're really struggling with Tornado, and so that's the reason I'm putting my effort into Tornado, just to try to help us get through Tornado a little faster. And so, I talked about Chunk on the Ian team. He's a piece of that. Mo and T are just, because they're on my PvP team. Beast is Beast. What do you do, Oogie? But you've never seen an Oogie that's high before. Here's my QOH. Shout out to, I might have to, if they make Alice like I think they're gonna make Alice, I might have to bring her up to T9 stat, y'all. Don't know if they will. Here's Calhoun. Here's Mickey. Probably got the wrong stone on Mickey, honestly. Just did that because I saw somebody else do that. It's really probably not the best stone for him. Don't do this. I did it. Don't. Here's Frozone. He's part of the Genie team. Fortunately, he's not a piece that we need to upgrade anymore. We did need a speed piece on him. Got the speed piece on him. He's staying pat. Donald, Frank, smiling guy. Yeah, I got him at 73 tier 8, whatever. Hero is part of that team, of the Genie team. Gonna need to take him up. It's agonizing having to take these downtown heroes up. These downtown in general, because there's like 50 million of them. That's a slight exaggeration, but only a slight, because you know what I'm saying. Elsa, Tink is also in that team, but you never saw a Tinkerbell this high before, unless you're part of the cool kids that know about Tinkerbell. Hero, Tink, they both need to come up to 80. They both need to be up to tier 9. Shere Khan, right here, probably need to put a attack stone on him, honestly, instead of the speed stone. Merle. What do you do about Merle? Belle, Bebe, Baby and Eric, I question bringing them to tier 8, honestly. The choices you make, right? Daisy, Hades, Zerg, Maurice is the 5th piece of this team. Gonna have to bring him out to tier 9. Solely, Yzma, Mulan, who may or may not make it back into the Princess team at some point. I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet enough. Shan Yu, Ian. Switched the stones. Ian was high priority. I had a full attack stone on it. Now I switched him to this crit power stone. I don't know. Yzma's here. Sally, who we've talked about, she's part of the really good. She's on the really good Ian team. Xanatos. Jack, Polka, Damona, Ralph, Wendy, Big Baby, as we had talked about, Cobra Bubbles, Shank, as I talked about on another video. I don't know if I'm actually going to upload it, but he's a part of that Chunk, Sally, Ian, Wendy team for Lava Titan, I believe. Then you can look at it on the Raid Optimizer if you have that. There's also a video that Gaza did on that. Pain and Panic here. King T, Namari, what's this guy's name? Olaf, Doc, my highest dwarf. It's Doc. He's a summoner chosen, so he lets me do one more run on heroic. Dr. F, Horn King, Gizmo Duck is part of that Eve team that I was trying to run. Might go back and try to run it again this week if we have stuff for it this week. We'll see. Esme, Tier 8 Robin Hood, Kristoff, Tier 8 Kronk, Tier 8 Sheriff, Tier 8 Gaston, Lily Houghton, whatever her name is, Sven, Gear 8 Grumpy, Gear 8 Sorcerer Mickey, Papa Game 2, Bo. Do have a Gear 8 Mike, nowhere close to being done. Go-Go, Simba, Gear 8 Mrs. Potts, Maximus, Barley, Ariel. So you can just see they're all totally done except for Captain Lightyear, who's here, but he's Gear 7 ready to go. Done. All these people are done. They're at various gear levels. Probably need to bring Randall up to help me get more Mike tokens soon. And then we get down here. Maleficent's done, but she's Gear 8. But she's only Gear 7. Why is she still Gear 7? You're screaming at your. Because I have projects. That's all I can say. I have projects that are in front of her, and I just ain't got time right now. Or research right now. Cruella, Dopey's ready. Need to bring him up for the next time. There's Dale. There's Jack. All these people. Davy. Pegasus. Another done. Just needs to be upgraded. Snow White character. Goofy. Cora. Milo. A Dash. A bunch more people. Yet another dwarf that needs to be brought to Tier 8. Another dwarf that needs to be brought to Tier 8. Another dwarf that needs to be brought to Gear 8. Some more Incredibles characters. Stitch. Another Incredibles character. Raya, not quite done. She's one of the few that's not quite done. Then there's Snow, who's at 6. She's almost here. She's almost Gear 8 because, like I said, guys, I love me some princesses, and I could bring her, but it's like, why would I if she's not done? So I have to finish the doors before I can finish Snow. And then there's Gadget, who's not done, just like Raya. Socks isn't done because I can't farm Socks either. Pacha is really close. If next time they bring that event back, he'll be done. Ish. Then we get down to the people that I've just stopped gearing. They're all done except for Steamboat Mickey, because I'm not gonna. They don't give me a reason to invest in Steamboat Mickey. Guess what? I'm not going to. Max, Kita, you can see we're getting close on Kita, whatever her name is. We're starting to get ramped on Zeus, so you can see we're doing heroic. It's still taking far too long, because I have 3 more characters to gear after I either finish Bo Peep or I don't decide to finish Bo Peep to bring up to tier 9. Because they're all gear 8 right now. I just got to bring them to gear 9. Then there's Cusco-topia and the rest of the then there's Tigger and Winnie the Pooh and Powerline. You might be like, where's your ears right here? He's done. He's at all I gotta do is pay the 100 take it to bring him to max stars and then gear him and he'll be done. Hopper's ready, Wally's ready, Scar's ready. See, all these people are ready. I could, it's because I wasted Rafiki and I was wasted. So you might be like, why isn't Wally ready to go? Why isn't Baloo up there? It's because I wasted resources in the likes of Judy Hopps and this guy and this guy and this guy and Mordu, even though I'm sure they're going to make him better, and Metamim and who else can I say? Can I say without a reasonable doubt that I wasted resources in? Mr. Smee probably, Stitch to a certain extent. Definitely, I would say Big BB Dubs. Definitely, Manticore. Probably. Dale. Dale reasonably. Pluto. Probably. Can't say that 100%. Probably Flynn Rider. Yeah, can say that. Simba. Probably. Anyway, guys, that is the account that I talk about a lot, but I never show off. This is my pay to play account, and you're like, yeah, it's not that impressive. I know, trust me, I know. Like I said, this is the account that this is the first account that I started that I've been playing the game with at a as high as level as I can manage. That I actually do end up spending a lot more money on than, quite frankly, I want my wife to know about. But that's just between us, between you and me. So, yeah, I'd like to know what you think. I'd like to know, obviously, if they don't end up releasing Alice today, then what I talked about with Bo is a non-issue, because we're going to finish Bo and then we're going to start saving. We'll probably start working on one of the tier 9 characters, and that'll let us save up some other stuff for the lower tier characters, like Alice when she comes out. But anyway, guys, thanks for the time. This will be listed as, I'm probably gonna put it in chapters, and I'm gonna list it as, hey, I'm saving resources on this one character, and then we'll go into the roster view of the my goat account, which I don't have. As you can see, I have a lot of people. I'm only missing 6 characters. And we talked about those 6 characters down here because that's who they are. Kita, close to. Zeus, working on. And these other guys who, well, I set his patch up. We can probably get Cusco open the next go round. We'll probably end up getting Tigger and hopefully Pooh open next time. And who knows about Powerline. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends. Share this. Leave a comment. Let's get some more comments down there. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think it's stupid? Whatever. Let me know. I don't care. I don't. It doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, have a good day, and hopefully I'll be back later with some more about Alice. If not, I'll see you when I see you. All right. Have a good day. Bye.